Hi everyone, this is Deborah. I'll be your host on this show. Welcome to Meet an Entrepreneur. And today I have a very special guest here. I'll let her introduce herself.
Okay, hi. My name is Glory Kathurima. I am an independent health insurance agent here in Omaha. I am local to Omaha, have been here for now about 3 years, Nebraska for 20, and immigrated here from Kenya, living the American dream.
Well, Gloria, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, as an entrepreneur, as someone that has a lot of ideas, and we still have our 9 to 5, the biggest factor that plays a lot of roles when it comes to living your 9 to 5 to pursuing your dream, starting your own business is health insurance because of the cost and because of the assumptions out there. Glory,
Yes.
what are your thoughts?
That is a great question, and one that we get very often at our agency. I work at an independent agency here in town called Prime Choice Insurance. We service several thousand households in the metro area. We often have that question in regards to how do I leave this job with a good benefit package to pursue my dreams or my hopes or this thing that I think I have potential in making more money in and having more flexibility. And that concern is a valid one, and one where as you're looking at building your future nest egg, it's very important to protect your interests, and that's where health insurance comes in. You do a full risk assessment when you're starting your business, as you should do a full risk assessment with your health insurance. And that's where I come in as an independent health insurance agent who helps you evaluate the size of your household, health of your household, medications that you take, all of those things. So we make sure that we get you in the best plan that fits your budget and your needs, whether it's networks, whether it's I have a surgery coming up, we're hoping to have a baby this year. All of those things have to be taken into consideration. And you mentioned the assumptions that people have. Often those assumptions is that to get all of those things, it's going to end up being really expensive, and that is just untrue. We have a lot of options that are available to us in the market, including income-based plans with premium discounts, often known as Obamacare or ACA. So if you ever hear Obamacare, ACA, Affordable Care Act, all the same thing, don't let it confuse you. We have short-term health plans that are built to fit that need as you transition into maybe a different plan. So all of those are things that we're able to sit down and discuss and make sure that you have a very clear view of what decision that you're going to be making for you and your family.
So for someone that has all those issues, what's the starting point?
The starting point is as we're running a quote, when I have somebody call me, which this happens all day long is what I'm doing. People call and they're like, hey, I'm at this job. I'm deciding whether I want to leave the job, but worried about the health insurance. Can you let me know what the pricing looks like? We grab just a few details. I mean, we need their zip code, their date of birth. We need their tobacco status, yes or no. As well as their size of their tax household. So let's say it's you, your spouse, and you have 3 kids that you claim as dependents. That's a 5-person tax household. It's you and your spouse. That's a 2-person tax household if you file jointly. So those numbers, we look at your projected adjusted gross income. So as a business owner, you know that this is your income after business deductions, after any qualified retirement contributions, and after any contributions to a health savings account. So oftentimes, and again, that's a pro to being a small business owner, is that on paper, you can make it look like you don't have a huge adjusted gross income. So with that in mind, we have people who maybe are having a $500,000 business, but their adjusted gross income is $40,000. That's not to say your business isn't successful. It's to say that you're successful at doing your taxes.
Right.
So we look at those, your network options, and then we run a quote. I put it all into the marketplace if those numbers look right, and we send a quote to you to review based off of the network choice that you let me know. That's how we really help narrow it down. So if you doctor like in the metro area with CHI, Nebraska Medicine, Methodist, that can help us narrow down the choices. And then from there, you maybe let me know that you're going to have surgery or you're looking at having a baby. Well, maybe something that's a low deductible is a good option for you because we know you're going to be having a lot of medical costs. So there's so many factors. And as I grabbed those first initial details and got the quote running and sent to you for review, we go back and forth via email, phone calls, text messages, Facebook messages, communicate all of the ways to answer any of those questions to make sure that you feel really comfortable with the decision that you're going to make. Whether you make it with me or you make it with somebody else, there's not a lot more knowledgeable people on this, but we want to make sure that you feel comfortable with whatever decision you make.
So how much do you charge to help someone?
Nothing.
Wow, say that again.
Nothing. $0. It's free. And I know my dad always tells me, Kathurima, nothing in America is free. And that's true, except when you work as an independent health insurance agent. My services are free. Reviewing your coverage is free. It is of no cost to you. I'm paid by the health insurance carrier once I sign you up for the coverage. So it's a commission base. We already have a set agreement with them. I don't have any obligation to the company to be like, well, if I do this or this, I'll get paid more amount of money. It's a flat commission, and I get paid by all of these carriers. So I want to make the best decision for you, and I will get paid either way. Some plan options do pay more than others. Every agent knows that. Some jobs pay more than others. Everybody knows that, So really the decision to sell a policy comes down to what fits your budget and your needs. And my compensation comes directly from the carrier in a commission base. But my services are free. We answer lots of questions. Our agency does so much service work all year long, whether it's like, hey, I think my income is going to go up because I sold a house and this is going to affect my income for this year. We have to take that in consideration. Hey, my mother-in-law is coming from back home and she's going to be with us. She doesn't have an income. We need now to claim her as a dependent. That's going to affect the size of your tax household. So all of those things, any changes to the details that I ask you about are things that you should call me about if they change, and I help you reevaluate how that will affect your coverage. And all of that is at no extra cost. It's a service that we offer because we want to retain our business. We want to be able to make you feel confident that you're not out here just managing this health insurance world on your own. Health insurance oftentimes is another language. It was for me when I started working in health insurance several years ago, and sometimes it is now, and there's a lot of things changing all the time. And it's really, really important to have somebody on your side, on your team, who is looking out for your best interests, and that is an independent health insurance agent.
I completely agree. And also, one thing that people don't really realize is we pay a lot. A lot of people are willing to pay a lot for the car insurance. What about yourself? Like, why insure your vehicle and not insure yourself?
That's exactly right.
And look for the best option for you out there. And my understanding is it's not just someone that wants to go into business, but even if you have a health insurance coverage through your job, you can still go for the private health insurance. Why would someone want to do that?
Someone would want to do that when they take a look at their finances. As you're doing your budget, hopefully you're doing your budget regularly, whether it's weekly or monthly or whatever it is, you sit down with your spouse or otherwise yourself, you evaluate, okay, this is what I'm paying, whether it's being deducted from my paycheck every 2 weeks or every month. This is how much I can actually afford to be paying, and this is what I'm getting for it. And that decision there really is something that we discuss during that review process. I ask people during that process, what's your current insurance and how much are you paying for it? They'll tell me $800 a month. And then I show them a plan where they have an option that is $0 a month. Could you find $800? Could you find something for $800 a month? Isn't that something you could invest into your business, or invest into property, or invest in yourself, a vacation, whatever it might be? So to go back to your question, it's that really the idea of not looking at all of your options just doesn't make sense. People do not go buy the first car that they test drive. People don't buy the first house that they walk through. You don't have to buy the first health insurance policy that's provided to you. And if it doesn't meet an affordability calculation, which is something we work with often, then you are open to look in the marketplace, especially right now, which is about to be open enrollment at a lot of workplaces and within the marketplace. November 1st through December 15th, you can enroll in a new plan starting January 1st of 2020.
And Glory, like she said, she's available. Anyone that needs health insurance, contact her. You can go through our Facebook page, Meet an Entrepreneur, and then we will be able to connect you with her. Yeah. Any last words?
Health insurance doesn't have to be scary. If you are starting a business, if you are already in business for yourself, or you're thinking and contemplating about going into business on your own, do not let this piece of that decision stop you from making that next step. And if none of those apply to you, if you just don't like your job and want to try another job, but that benefit package is really good, don't let that be the decision maker without first consulting and reviewing all of the options that are available to you. It doesn't hurt to check. If you hear a noise in your car, you take it to the mechanic just to find out. You're not going to keep driving it. So find out the information that you can, use the resources that are available to you, ask questions. There's no stupid questions with insurance. This is what we specialize in. Whatever you specialize in as a small business owner, I will trust you to be the expert in that field. And that's what we are for individuals who are looking for health insurance.
Well, thank you so much, Glory, for coming and giving us a little bit of clarity. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.